Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So welcome everyone. So today I wanna do some critical reviews about a journal about disaster in Indonesia. So before we jump into material, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Aslam Syafa with student ID number 2024. So the title of the journal that I want to review today is Assessment of the Causes of Landslide on the Section of National Road Bordering West Sumatra and Riau. So the part I want to explain about this journal is the risk assessment, risk treatment, and later we talk about my opinion, what should we do about the risk anticipation for this disaster. So before we jump into material, I want to show some videos about like existing condition in the recent years about this particular road in West Sumatra and Riau.
Hujan dengan intensitas tinggi sejak Senin malam membuat sedikitnya 30 titik ruas jalan yang menghubungkan Sumatera Barat dan Riau ini longsor, pemirsa. Selain menimbun badan jalan, juga ada ruas jalan yang terendam 1 meter. Ini salah satunya, pemirsa, titik longsor yang terjadi di Nagari Koto Alam, Kabupaten 50 Kota, Sumatera Barat, pada Selasa 26 Desember. 1 unit alat berat diupayakan untuk membersihkan badan jalan dari material longsor. Selain longsor, juga terdapat ruas jalan yang ambles sampai 1 meter. Kemudian juga masih rawan terjadi longsoran susulan. Selain longsor juga diperparah pohon tumbang dan juga menutup badan jalan. Jadi menurut Kapolres 50 Kota, AKBP Ricardo Kodrat Yusuf, sedikitnya ada 30 titik longsor yang menimbun badan jalan. Longsor ini juga menelan korban 1 orang warga yang sedang membersihkan material longsor. Diharapkan pengguna jalan atau warga yang sedang berlibur ke daerah Sumatera Barat tidak melewati jalur Kelok 9 karena masih berpotensi adanya longsor susulan.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download Metro TV Extend sekarang.
Yes, there's some news about the condition of the road. So the next part is about the condition of the road. As we can see here in this bottom right, there is the landslide caused the road to be blocked, as we can see. So the vehicle that want to move between these 2 places cannot move because the road got blocked. So we can see here, the road got blocked, and the activity in the nearby area also impacted by this disaster. So that's all for the existing condition. So let's take a look at this picture. So this first picture is the route of the road between the West Sumatra and Riau. As you can see, this is the road of the West Sumatra and Riau. And the next picture is about the vulnerable or the possible disaster that could happen in this area. So as we can see here in this picture, the red part of the road is most likely to be landslide. The pink part is most likely to get flood, and the gray part is most likely the road got collapsed. So later I wanna assess about the red part, which is the landslide part. Then this is the photo about the existing condition while the journal was taken. So the first picture, as we can see, the road got blocked here in this picture. So it's really, it blocked every single activity, and this part is the road collapsed. The road got collapsed, so the volume of the road got reduced. So there is high chance for the vehicle that move over here to go straight downwards from the cliff. So the first part about this is the risk assessment. So first one is the identification of hazard. So the study identifies landslide as the primary hazard affecting the West Sumatra Riau border region. It analyzed historical landslide occurrence from 2006 to 2017, documenting 29 landslide events and their impacts on infrastructure and human lives. And then analysis of vulnerability factors. The research conducts a comprehensive analysis of various vulnerability factors contributing to landslide susceptibility. These factors include slope steepness, rainfall intensity, vegetation cover, land use practices, and human activities such as mining and deforestation. The next part is evaluation of exposure. So the study evaluates the exposure of infrastructure and human settlements to landslide hazard by mapping landslide prone areas along the national highway segment between Sumatra and Riau province. This assessment helps quantify the potential impact of landslide on transportation route and communities. So that's all for the risk assessment part. We move to the risk treatment part. So for the risk treatment part, the first one is identification of risk factors. So the study identified multiple risk factors contributing to landslide occurrences, including natural factors like slope steepness and rainfall intensity, as well as human-induced factors such as mining activities and deforestation. The next one is mitigation recommendation. So the journal does not explicitly discuss treatment measures, but it suggests several mitigation recommendations based on risk factors. These mitigation recommendations include implementing slope stabilization measures, regulating land use practices, promoting afforestation and reforestation efforts, and enforcing regulation on mining activities to minimize the impact on slope stability. And then the importance of disaster preparedness. So the study underscored the importance of disaster preparedness and resilience building efforts in the face of landslide hazard by raising awareness about the risks associated with landslide and providing insight into their causes. The research contributes to enhancing the preparedness of local communities and authorities to respond effectively to landslide events. So that's all for the risk assessment and risk treatment. So now I want to give some my opinion or my suggestion about what we should do to anticipate the risk, to minimize the risk, to reduce the risk. So the disaster like this landslide can be reduced in the future. So these are some of the my suggestion. First one is land use, mining and regulation, as I talked before in the risk treatment. So the regulation needs to be more clear. So the land use, when we want to build the road, the land we use is not like high risk. The land when the use is have lower risk to get a landslide disaster. And then slope stabilization measures, early warning systems, community education and capacity building, integration of reconsideration in infrastructure development, and research and monitoring. So these are my suggestions about this type of disaster. So this type of disaster can be minimalized in the future. So this is the reference that I took for the make this a PowerPoint and explanation. So that's all for my explanation about this critical review on journal about disaster in the road between West Sumatra and Riau. Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry, I'm apologize for every mistakes. So that's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.